Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another exciting video. I am super excited about this because it turned out so great. But this video we are going to be making this. It is a Fishbone wind spinner. Now it's really easy to make. It does take quite some time to make, and yeah, I want to show you how to make it because it's so cute and so simple. So let's get started. This is what the clay I had left from that one. So you want to have enough clay to make this with. Now that one is a good size, so I'm just going to get some clay out. This is Sculpey Original. This is the big chunky white clay that I use for sculpting. I'm going to work it together and get it ready to be molded. Now, it doesn't matter if it's gonna get dirty or not. I have cleaned my surface, but white clay always gets dirty. So now that I've squeezed and done all that, I'm gonna roll it out. There we go. It's got some red on it from my roller in a previous project I was doing. And it doesn't matter because you're gonna paint it. And this clay does so well with painting. It really does. So we're gonna work it out some more. Okay, now you want to just start pulling apart pieces to kind of get an idea of the size of fish you want to do. I'm gonna put these two pieces together. We're not going to be doing anything too fancy today. Just place it down. And this is a little bit much, so I'm just going to take some off. Okay, and we're going to try to roll it out evenly as possible. It's got some air bubbles in it. So if I can find, I'm going to use this. Try and get the air bubbles out. And then make more, right? Okay, so let's get to it. It's not as hard as I'm making it look, I promise. I'm just going to mold the shape with my hand. Get the general consensus of what I want my fish head to look like. And in the other one, I made it a triangle shape. So we're going to do that. And just pat it down. Like I said, it's getting dirty. Welcome to working with clay. And you want to make it flat on the bottom. And this will help you get the shape that you want. My cat is trying to get in my crafting room. Okay. So you just want to mold it out. Get a general triangle shape here. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it is fish bones. Okay. And I am going to cut some of this off because I feel it's just a tad too big, because I'm going to bend it like this. Just curve it at the bottom. And these little edges you can just flatten out with your fingers. Okay, now that we got the general shape that we want and a good flat line at the bottom, we're going to go back, okay, and get some of the bumps and edges off. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to have some indentions and different weird shapes and stuff, which is fine. It's what makes it look more realistic. So, in order to get the eye, you could tell this one's a lot bigger. In order to get the eye, I am going to take this cap off of my Sharpie pen and figure out where I want the eye to go. First, I'm gonna round off these ends a little. I don't want it to be poking nobody. And smooth it out a little. Okay, now we're gonna figure out where we want our eye to go. He looks like his eye would belong right here. So I'm just gonna push down and pull out. Take that out of there. That was extremely lucky. Sorry you guys, I lost my lid. I'm gonna go for the other side because it seemed to not get everything. Okay. And I have cat hair on my clay. I am gonna get that off because nothing's more annoying than cat hair. Okay, that was easy. Okay. That's why my cat is not allowed in right now. Now, on the other one, I really wanted to, or really wish I had before. Look, he's getting all kinds of dirty. Okay. Gonna try and pinch that off. There we go. We don't want big black spots. And this is coming from the ink pen, I believe. I'm just gonna wipe that on my shirt. But I really wanted to do something for an eye. So I have some blue beads in here, and they might be, yeah, it's a little too small. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. So I'm going to put this through here, and these are glass beads that I have, and I'm just squishing the clay around it to try and encase the eye. It doesn't look too pretty on the other side. But that's fine, we have sculpting tools for that. You can make it. So I think that is good. Now, that's my head. Got that all done and dusted. Now, for the fins, or the rib bones, we are going to take some pieces of clay and just mold them in our hands. Nothing special. Squish them together. This is how I did the other one. You want them kind of wide so you have somewhere to poke the middle part in. And this time I'm not gonna point the ends as much as I did on the other one. You learn from your first one what you like and don't like. So just gonna smooth this out. Now, when I have this smoothed out, I'm gonna check the width of it, and that looks perfect. I'm gonna press down just a little bit because it's a little wider than I wanted. Okay, so that's one, and we're just gonna keep doing that, making them smaller and smaller as we go, or shorter and shorter, should I say. Now you want your bottom rib to be about the size as your fish tail. the bottom of the fish, the fish tail is gonna be. So I'm just gonna go just a little bit smaller, trying to smooth out my edges. Like I said, you don't have to do that part, but I like the way it looks. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's good. And look, there's that big ball of clay. We still have a lot left. And this time, I'm gonna do my fin a little different. Because as you can see here, it's all big and bulky. And I really don't like that idea. And it was just because I thought that the clay, after it hardened was gonna be weak and crumbly, like most clays are. So, but it's not. It's really, really hard. So I have faith in this clay that it will hold up to a special shape that I decide to make. So we're gonna try this out, and I rolled it out and then I folded it in half. Sorry, I wasn't explaining that in the beginning, but I folded it out and rolled it in half. Okay, now we're gonna smooth off our edges because I don't like these kind of bumps in my clay. Little bumps are fine, but the cracks from it folding is not fine with me. Okay. So I'm just gonna flatten this out like this, okay, and pick it up. It is sticky now since my hands are really warm and I've been playing with it for a while. Looks like 18 minutes. Wow, that's not that bad. I'm so super surprised that it's only been 18 minutes. Okay, so there we go. There's that part. Now that we got our mold shape, our fish shape done, this is gonna aggravate the hell out of me. But now that we have this done, the hard part is coming, guys. Take a deep breath. And I still have all this clay left. All right. This to me is the most difficult part. It is poking the holes for the string. And I used this last time. And we're gonna go up like that. Pull it out. And then we're gonna pick the piece up and go through the top. So where it came out, and then I'm gonna go straight through the top. Okay, and we're gonna move it around a little, which is not working. This is the aggravating part. Okay, so I'm just gonna twist and turn, twist and turn, twist and turn until I can see through it, because I want to make sure that so you can wipe off the excess clay from your poker. That helps. There we go. See, it's a lot easier to go through now. So this is ready for the oven. I'm going to get my pan ready for the baking process. Make sure to blow off any excess whatever might be on it. There's no telling in this room. But yeah, I just have my pan here and a little of that, and we're just gonna put the tail down here. All right, and then we're gonna go the next piece and do the same thing. We're gonna find about the center. Sorry, I'm off camera. We're gonna find about the center of it and poke through. And I think the easiest way to do this is just take your finger and wipe off the excess like that. Always have an extra ball around to get it off your fingers. And we're just gonna spin it around, get the excess off, and then pull it back out. And then we're gonna do it through the top. Twist, twist, twist till it's moving back and forth freely. Make sure you still have your bend in your rib. Okay, there's that piece. And then we're gonna go to the next one. I have a pretty good piece of aluminum wire here, which will make it a lot easier to shape the way I need it. So I used to have nylon jaw pliers, but I don't know where they went. So we're just gonna go for it. Okay. This can be the tricky part. You want it to go right here. So I made a little line so I can follow. I want to make sure it's going straight through and not up and down or anything. Oh. Like that. Okay, so we have it coming out the top in the middle. Can you see that? Yes. All right, so we're just going to push it through, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. There. Now, I am going to tighten up this little hole here. Okay, we're going to lay a little fish head down and get a pair of pliers and try and bend it. There we go. All right. We're going to bend that, and then we're going to tighten up our little hole down here at the bottom. Pick it back up and tighten this hole back. Try to get your clay around it. This will help hold it all together after it's baking, done baking. All right. Then we're gonna set this down here. Smooth off a few edges. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It is bones. So this one has a hole in it. He's got degenerative bone disease. Okay. So there we go. That is it for the molding and putting together part. I don't know. Words elude me today, guys. But there's our fishy. I'm gonna put him in a cold oven at half an hour and let him bake. I want to make sure my eyes are right. Let me get this line I made out of the picture. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna put him in the oven for half an hour, and we will be back when he's done baking. Hi guys, I'm back. It is the next morning. Coffee break. It is the next morning. I have let these sit overnight. I didn't have to, but it was pretty late last night when I got these out of the oven. So I'm gonna go now and make the top part. And I'm just gonna wrap it around my dowel here, which is a whole lot easier than it was last time. But I'm just gonna, excuse my cat, just gonna wrap it around the dowel like this. Trying to get as round a shape as possible. And then we're gonna take this part of the wire and just wrap it around. Or you could just twist, whatever suits your fancy. All right. So there we go. We have our loop for our top part. Now we're gonna make the loop for the bottom part. And I'm gonna cut off a little bit maybe about this much. We're just gonna grab our pliers and turn it in. Bring this back. Bring this around. Perfect. Now we're going to flatten it off with these, our bent nose pliers, to make sure we got a good connection. There you go. And you see it right there. Now, before we go any further, we need to paint these. So, I am going to time lapse this part, but I will be painting them. Okay guys, I'm back real quick, and what I'm going to do, I already done it with this one. You don't have to do this step from what I read online, but I've already done one, so I'm gonna have to do the rest. But you see how shiny it is? I'm gonna cover it with polyurethane to protect it from the weather because it is gonna be outside. So I'm going to do that now, and we're going to cover all this with polyurethane, let it dry. I'm not going to leave it on the paper towel because the paper towel is beginning to stick to the stuff, so I'm just going to put it on this piece of plastic here. I had to do some repainting, but yeah, we're going to do that now, and I'm just going to move some stuff out of the way. Slide these over to here, and this one's already done, so I don't have to do that one. Alright, and I'll pick that up later. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and cover these with polyurethane. And once it's completely dry, then we will... This is why I haven't been making videos, guys. The yelling from my husband and my kids. Okay. So about 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to let this dry completely, and then we will be back for the assembly. Okay, guys. So I'm back and it's been quite a few hours. So I think this is good and dry. So we're gonna start doing the assembly. Now how I put this together, first thing you wanna do, I'm sorry I had to get my bead out, but the first thing you wanna do is take your yarn, the fishing line, and put it through the head at the bottom, and you wanna tie a fisherman's knot. Basically, all you do is hold both in your hand. This is the easy way I do it. Twist about 6 to 10 times, or as many as you want. And then you take your shorter piece of your fishing line and loop it through the top. Okay, and then you want to pull that tight. Well, okay, first thing you want to do is make a fisherman's knot. So we're going to put it through the head. We're going to twist these two together. I know it's hard to see these two. We're going to twist about 6 times. Okay, and then we're going to take the short end right here and loop it through the top of the eyelet. Can you see that? No. Loop it through the top. Okay. Pull it tight. Just a regular old fisherman's knot. Don't pull it too tight. Don't want it to snap on us. It's only like a, I think it's a 15-pound test. I'm not sure. But then at the end of my fisherman's knot, I always do a normal knot. If I can get it to do right. Always at the end of my fisherman's knot, I always put a regular knot. So I'm just going to pull that tight. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Over, under, pull it through. Pull it tight. And there we go. There's the start of it. So we're going to put that guy up there. And I'm going to move this stuff over. Whoops. Okay. So now that we got that through, I wanted to take it off of here. And first things first, we're gonna do this through one bead at the top here, and then do our first piece. And we're just gonna string it along like this. Get another bead. If I can find the hole. It's a cracked marble, so it's hard to see, but I'll get it. But everything's coated with polyurethane. Everything's good to go. And we're gonna put these on. Shouldn't take too much longer to get this together. And then we can hang it up and see the glory of our fishy. I'm gonna put this one on. Okay, see this wire? And I'm just gonna twist the ends together. Okay. Kind of like the little needle threader, where how you use to put your thread through a needle. I was gonna say it right this first time. Okay. So now we're gonna find the end of our fishing line here, and we're gonna thread this through our loop at the end of our wire. Okay. Whoops. Like it's hard to see. Really? Am I in now? Okay. I'm in. So I'm gonna see which way I'm twisting it. Twist it a little more. Okay. Now I'm gonna take and flatten this end So I'm gonna go through all my holes. And now we're gonna not go through the bead, but go through the fin, the tail. Okay, and then we're gonna go through the bead and then straighten this out. Okay, now this should pull through. Try not to get your wire tangled up in the other stuff. Alright, so we're getting it through. I'm just going to get it as far in as possible before I pull on it. So just weaving it in, putting piece by piece on my wire. Just trying to get caught up on something. Well, we're almost there. Are you serious? Did my wire come out? No, it didn't come out. Okay, it's still there. Still there. I was about to get so upset. I hate when things don't go right. Okay. I like using the wire because you can put more than one piece on it. And unlike a needle, you can probably only do like 2 parts of this fish on a needle. And the wire can at least hold like 5 pieces. Okay, so we made it back through the top. We're gonna pull this through. And it wants to get hung up on the last bead. Go figure. Alright, so there we go. Now we have our fishing line through. We can set our little wire aside and pull on this. I'm gonna go back and pull it tight. You see how tight that is? Hold on to my string this time so it doesn't get loose. Run it through my metal wire, and then I'm gonna weave it through this loop right here. Make sure it's tight. There we go. Now I'm gonna take the 2 ends and tie them together so it doesn't come loose. And you can tie it as many times as you want. And you can also do a fisherman's knot on this part too, which I think I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna cut my wire here. Okay, and I know I had one, but I don't have one right now. Wait, am I sitting on one? Yes, I'm sitting on one. Lucky me. Oh, sorry. But I tied it up, and what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try and improve on this because last time it made burn marks on my fish. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it with the pliers, burn my piece down, let go. Burn it just a little bit, get it hot. I'm trying to stick it to the marble, but it's not working. Last time it worked. There we go. There we go. And it's all done. Well, let me zoom out. It's all done. Now you can go and hang it outside and it's ready to go. I will be selling this one on my Etsy page, and I'm keeping the other one for myself because I really do love it, and it's hanging out on my porch. We have protected it with polyurethane and it's going to be good to go. Thank you guys for coming and joining me today and watching my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I had a great time making this. It does take some time to get the paint and everything dry, but it's super fun and it's super cool. I mean, check this out. I know it's not windy in here, but look at that. The head will spin too freely if it's on a string, but it's not going to because it's on a wire right now. So just to let you know, look at that. Look how pretty. He's so cute. Okay, But thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.